Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope we're all having an incredible day and we're all doing well. Before we get into this video, if you do go on to enjoy it, be sure to subscribe if you're new and drop a like on this video as we are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. So I appreciate it and let's get into it. So obviously we are nearing a new season of Rainbow Six Siege and that, so there's probably going to be a little spike in the player base of returning. Usually that's what happens when people come back for a new season. There's always some new players who come around because they do free weekends and stuff like that, and then the game goes down in price, and then obviously people have had a game for a while may come back for a little bit to see what the new content is like, and if they aren't really big Siege fans, they'll dip off again until the next season, or maybe they'll retain. Just like every player, you know, if you're probably watching this, you've most likely been playing a lot this season, and you'll most likely play a lot next season as well. And if you've seen Get Flank's latest video, which is actually very interesting, he talks about basically how Call of Duty Warzone and Black Ops Cold War now are so big in file sizes on the console game that a standard PS4 can only fit that game, so it cannot fit any other game. And you know, Call of Duty is a massive popular game and stuff like that, and obviously if people need to make space for it, one of the games that they may delete is Rainbow Six Siege. So there's going to be a drop in players of Rainbow Six Siege on console. Now obviously that is because, like I just said, because a big game, people need to make space for it. It's insanely big. It's actually quite a joke of how big the file sizes are for that game, and they're going to have to make sacrifices of other games. I recommend getting a hard drive if you are in this situation, an external hard drive. I got a 1TB one, not expensive at all. It's the price of really just a game, and yeah, you get to play all your games, not having to delete stuff and stuff like that. So it's definitely a worthy investment. But yeah, it's a big thing, and obviously there's going to be a loss of players and stuff like that. And I think this is now a good time to talk about a way that maybe we could retain players and maybe not have Siege be one of those games where it's like, I'll just delete it, I don't play it much anyway, to kind of, I really want to keep this game as well. Maybe I'll buy a hard drive to keep Siege on because I still want to play it. We need a reason for more people to enjoy this game. Now, I will say, ranked and unranked is my favourite FPS out of any game. Siege is incredible when you're in team play and stuff like that, and it's in a structured format. And when people are not cheating, everything is a perfect game. But we know that's not the case. So, Ranked has a lot of cheaters. Obviously, they need to fix that. I'm not really going to go into that because that would just be me shouting at a wall, really. There won't be much to talk about there. We all know there's cheaters. We all know there's an issue. We all know it needs to be fixed. I kind of want to talk about casual of Rainbow Six Siege. Not so much cheating or anything like that. More so how it plays. I've been playing a heck of a lot of Cold War recently. I love Cold War. I actually think it's one of the best latest CODs they've done. And playing it from a casual standpoint made me realize how bad casual actually is in Siege. Ranked's alright. It could be better, but it's good. It's fun. It's a great FPS experience. Casual is not. Casual is, in my opinion, extremely boring. I don't find anything fun about dying in a casual mode and then having to wait 3 minutes to play again. I just don't think that personally works. I genuinely think casual for the whole Rainbow Six Siege experience doesn't work. I know a lot of people like casual, and obviously I'm not saying remove casual or anything like that, but I just definitely think the whole Rainbow Six Siege playstyle works much more in a competitive ranked scene than casual. If I'd rather just go play, you know, Call of Duty than rather play casual. So I think that's where an issue is a lot of people think that as well. They say, well, I don't really want to play ranked right now, or I can't be bothered with cheaters right now. But they don't want to play casual either because it's just not very fun. It's just not a great experience for a lot of people who are more in a competitive mind. And this is why I think we really need another game mode in this game. So then people, instead of saying, oh, I'll just go play Call of Duty instead of playing casual, they'll say, okay, I'll go play this mode. And then that'll have more people have a reason to actually stay on Siege, continue playing Siege, not delete Siege, and have a better player base. It needs to be more diverse. And it's quite insane how actually comparing these is, you know, just not as much content. Call of Duty, you've got kind of something for everyone. You've got the campaign, you've got Warzone, which is a battle royale, you've got the multiplayer, and you've got the zombies, which is a PvE experience. So you've got PvE, battle royale, PvP, and campaign. There's 4 like different genres all in one game, and that's actually not even a bad thing. That's actually very good because you're getting a lot of diversity for a lot of different players. We then go into Siege on the other hand. You've got PvP, which I love. You know, PvP on Siege is great. You've got PvE on Siege, which is pretty poor. People use it as an aim trainer, and that is not even a good aim trainer. And I'm talking about Terrorist Hunt, obviously. So the PvE is not really good. So you've got this issue where COD has campaign, PvE, PvP, and Battle Royale. and Siege only has PvP, and a very poor PvE experience. Now, obviously, we did have a good PvE experience at one point, and that was Outbreak, but then that is being made into its own game, and now, obviously, yes, that'll make a lot of money for Ubisoft, it will do a lot of good to the Rainbow Six name, but will it make more people continue to play Siege? I don't know, because at that stage, you're still taking away from the Siege experience and putting people onto a different game. Would it have made more sense if Outbreak became a full-time mode in Siege? Probably. If I'm going to be honest, probably. Not from a money standpoint, they'll definitely make more money as it being a separate game, but as an actual community standpoint and retaining a player base, I definitely think having a good PvE experience like Outbreak would have made more sense in the core game of Rainbow Six Siege. Personal opinion, you may agree, but I definitely feel like that would help a lot more. And we've had great, secondary game modes. Obviously, all the events have been great. For some reason, they don't want to bring them back. There has to be, and I'm saying this, if you want to retain a player base, there needs to be more option than just the same thing, but ranked in casual. We need more stuff. Sugar Fright was a great step in the right direction. I generally think there should be a permanent game mode in this game, a 5v5 or whatever teams you want, recruits only. It's all recruits, there's no gadget or stuff like that. Respawns on like an actual TDM map, and just team deathmatch. That needs to happen to retain a player base, in my opinion. Because like the stuff I've just said, if you're going to have people playing ranked and stuff like that and they're getting a bit bored, they'll go to a different game. You need to have a reason for people to continue playing the game even after they're tired of one game mode. Because on Call of Duty, if you get tired of multiplayer, you can go play zombies. If you get tired of zombies, you can go play Warzone. If you get tired of that, you can go play the campaign. On Siege, if you get tired of like the only gameplay in it, then you're going to go to a different game. So events are good like that, but events only last 2 weeks. We need a permanent mode with events, or we need a permanent new mode where it's team deathmatch and respawn. And I definitely think, we need an improvement on a PvE aspect as well. Obviously, Outbreak is that, or whatever they're calling it, Parasite now, whatever the spin-off game is going to be called. That's good like that, but you're still taking away from the core game, which is the one thing that we don't want to be doing. So there's issues there. There definitely needs to be more structure in place, I think, for people to retain playing the game. There's just really not enough fail-safe. If someone doesn't enjoy the single sort of mode that Siege has, then you're going to lose them. But with Call of Duty, if someone doesn't enjoy multiplayer, they may love zombies. If they hate zombies, they may love Warzone. If they hate Warzone, they may love multiplayer. Because I just think that is the reason why COD is so big as it is, because it just has something there for everyone. There's more of a reason why people will be there. That's the reason why it's got such a big community. Whereas Siege does have a big community, incredible multiplayer. I love Siege's take on the FPS genre. I think it's the best FPS game out there. I just don't think it's got enough variety for it to compete with games like Call of Duty, and I really think that's something that they should work on, but sadly I don't think it is. So I think we're still kind of scraping the surface of what Siege has. I definitely think a TDM mode is necessary to try and bring in more players. As much as I can market the FPS experience of Siege, there's only so much of a certain group of people that will like that. So I definitely think there needs to be more variety if they want to pull much more of a player base in. That's my personal opinion. You may agree or disagree. I just think that I personally think Siege, I love the FPS. I love it. I think it's my favorite FPS. But there's a lot of people who don't think that. And there needs to be a reason for those people who don't think that to come over to Siege. They need to have a respawn mode. They need to have a team deathmatch mode. That's going to be much more better for the player base. It may get them into the other side of Siege much more. It will give more people a reason to retain playing Siege. I just think it will be better in the long run of the game. I'm going to end this here, so as always, massive shout out to my members: Ryzen, Zerb1234, Joshua Gentry, Jade Jusoy, Aman Desai, Conor SMITH, RSA.Biggie, Reaper, Abearah, Brian the Owl, Denis, Alonso Martinez, and Xalator Gaming. Guys, have an incredible rest of your day. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, check out my socials in the description, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed, dislike if you did not, and I shall catch you on the next video. Have a great day, stay safe, I love you all.